I'm spilling tea, okay? Because, no, I've been through it. And I need you guys to know. Seriously.
They call me Megatron, just did a telethon. He got my jealous on, and I get my jealous on.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl CrissyAngel, back at it again with another video. Yes, I am back. I'm back. For those of you who are returning to my channel, thank you for coming back. For those of you who are new, welcome. Click this like button, subscribe, and join the family. Make sure that my post notifications are on so that you guys get notified when I upload a video, so that you can hurry up and watch it. Hello. I will be leaving my information in the description box down below, so make sure that you not only subscribe, like, comment, and give me a view, but make sure that you guys follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Okay, so it's been a while since I gave you guys a story time. The last two story times, you know, they were cool and everything, but I feel like it's about time for another story time. What y'all think? I can't hear y'all. Right. I can't hear y'all. Anyways, as you guys can see, according to this title, I will be spilling the tea on working at Victoria's Secret Pink, okay? I have something that I just want to get off my chest. This was a conversation that was brought up today with a coworker of mine. A coworker of mine and myself at work. And while we were speaking, she was like, yo, that would be a good story time video for your channel. So I was like, facts, that's true. So here I am recording for you guys, and I hope that you guys enjoy this video. It's not too much bad news, so we just gonna get right into it. So I was working at Pink for a little under a year, and then I got pregnant, right? Like I said, I'm jumping right into it. For those of you who were my subscribers from day one, y'all know that my pregnancy was not planned, okay? Make sure that you go and watch Finding Out When I Was Pregnant. That is my very first video. But anyways, so yeah, like I was saying, for those of you who know, for those of you who don't know, whatever, my pregnancy was not planned. So I was working at Pink for, I started August 25th, 2 years ago. I was working there for about, like I said, a little less than a year, and then I got pregnant. Now, you know, with every job is different when you're not pregnant, when you're pregnant. For those of you who have never been pregnant, don't have kids, whatever, you may not even know what I'm talking about. But I'm just sharing this because maybe you'll sympathize, okay? Not that I'm looking for sympathy right now, but just, you know, I'm just letting you guys know. So anyways, yeah, so I was working there and everything was cool. I wasn't pregnant. You know, I was doing closing shifts. I was doing early morning shifts. I made a few friends, I would say. Well, friends, you can't use, you know, you can't use the word friend too loosely. You have to say acquaintances. So I made a few acquaintances, feel me? And then boom, I got pregnant. After I got pregnant, mind you, is when all the, excuse my language, ma and grandma, but that's when all the bullshit started to happen, okay? I felt like working at Pink and being pregnant, I was very, how do you say, isolated, discriminated against. I was put in this little bubble of like loneliness, pretty much. You know, I was misunderstood a lot because I was pregnant and nobody else was. So nobody else really understood where I was coming from. Now, mind you, working at Pink, and I'm not gonna specify which one I was working at because I don't want to air out too much business. Not that I really care, but like I said, I just wanted to let you guys know how, you know, how I felt. I had two managers working at that Pink who had children who I figured, not even just 2, actually 3 managers working at that place who I figured would be more welcoming to the situation, more understanding of what I was going through, more level-headed when it came to certain things. But I felt like only one of them was really like on my side. And like I said, I'm not even gonna specify, you know, which location. I'm not putting any names out there, but pretty much what was going on was that, you know, when you, this is what I've learned, when you assume, you make an ass out of yourself. Because I was pregnant, I went from working all the time, meaning I had early morning shifts, mid shifts, closing shifts. I was able to take other people's shifts. I was making decent money. I was on the schedule as I was supposed to be. Mind you, I was in school as well. So I was busting my ass doing what I had to do. You feel me? Then, the only reason why I even went to my manager and had to tell her why I, you know, had to explain to her that I was pregnant was because my doctor told me that being that they did have me, you know, moving boxes and cleaning up and stuff, that I had to let them know that I was pregnant because, you know, when you get to a certain trimester or whatever the case may be, you can't lift up a certain weight, you can't be around certain smells, because we used to clean up. It was called, like, I think like in-house cleaning or whatever, and we would use, you know, the sprays, the liquids, the cleaning supplies, and I couldn't be around it because I was breathing in all of the toxins and it might have hurt the baby, whatever. So being that the doctor said that, I go to my manager and I explain to her, like, listen, I just found out that I was pregnant. This is why I've been so sick. This is why I've been late going to the doctor. This is why I couldn't come in, blah, blah, blah. So she's excited for me. The other one is excited for me. The 2 that I felt like really weren't on my side, they were excited for me or whatever. And it's like after that, my shifts just started leaving. Like I saw my job less and less, if you get what I'm saying. Before I found out that I was pregnant, I was working all the time. Once I told my manager that I was pregnant, it's like they just was like, all right, cool, she's pregnant, so we're just gonna start taking her off the schedule. And it's not even like I came to them and verbally said, yo, I'm pregnant, so I don't want to do this shift, this shift, this shift. They assumed that I was tired, which is what I was actually told. They assumed that I was tired and that I didn't want to come into work the times that they had me, so they just started taking me off the shift. Like, I remember I would get voicemails because I'm, you know, the way I had it was I had my schedule already screenshotted on my phone. So I had everything on my calendar where, you know, I don't live too far from the pink I used to work at. So I would have everything mapped out, like, all right, cool, I gotta be to work at 12. Let me wake up at this time so I could be ready by this time. Catch this bus, boom, I could be to work at this time. I never liked to be late, and I felt like I was always on point. When I became pregnant and when they knew about that, they just assumed that I didn't want to come in. And they used to make me so mad because I'm like, when y'all had the chance to not have me on the schedule so often, y'all had me on the schedule very often. But now that I'm pregnant, mind you, I'm in the early stages of pregnancy. So it's not even like I'm 7 months, 8 months, 9 months pregnant. I'm whole like 3, 4, 5 months. I wasn't even showing yet. I started showing literally when I was 6 months pregnant, bro. Like, I'm getting tight even talking about it, but this is just real facts. Like, this is definitely what I went through. And they started taking me off the schedule, and when I started noticing that I had like weeks and weeks off, I started complaining because I'm like, yo, why y'all taking me off the schedule? And my manager was like, oh, well, we just assumed that you were tired and that you wanted to get your rest. you know, we didn't want you, and you know, you're in school all day, so we just didn't want you to feel overwhelmed. We didn't want you to feel like you know, were coming in doing too much. So I'm like, I understand that y'all looking out for me and y'all don't want me to overwork myself. But if I didn't come to you and tell you that I'm tired and that I can't, you know, can't handle my job, don't take me off the schedule, because now y'all messing with my money. And if you know me, you know I don't play when it comes to my bread. Like, don't mess with my money. If I didn't come to you and say, sorry guys, I'm too tired, can't come in, I'm unable to work, don't take me off the schedule. Like, that's it. You're playing with my bread. So I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like, it got real, like, it became real difficult at this point for me to pay my bills on time. It got difficult for me to find a Metro card to get back and forth to my appointments. My mom had to help me out. Like, it was really bad, y'all. Like, I felt like I was in this world of just stress, depression. I was broke. Like, it was crazy. So then I complained to them about, you know, not being on the shift. So now they started giving me a couple more hours. And I guess it's because, you know, I was going on my maternity leave later on. So now you need a certain amount of hours and everything. You know, so like I said, I complained to them. Okay, so now they're giving me a little bit more, you know, a little more hours. Now I'm at work. I'm stressed because now I'm telling them that I have to go to the bathroom. Mind you, I was on the cashier a lot. I was on the register a lot. I was also on the panty bar, but they didn't really want me out there too much because when I started showing, you know, my belly was kind of in the way, and it was, Pink is very crowded. Not all the time, but it gets crowded. They didn't want anything to happen to my stomach, so, you know. So I was pretty much behind the register a lot. If I wasn't behind the register, I was doing beauty, which is pretty much just fixing up like the sprays, the lotions, the body wash, you know, stuff like that. So the scrubs, all of that stuff. And at different Pinks is in different locations, but the Pink that I was working at is literally right by the register, and there's now one in the bra room. So I used to, oh yeah, I was in the bra room, I was in the fitting room. I was pretty much all around the store because I was a generalist. I was a salesperson. I had a big smile. I was you know, I was selling to the people, making sure that they came in and left with what they asked for, or what they wanted to get, rather. And it used to be times where, like, I would be at the register and my back would get in so much pain, and I would be like leaned over, still communicating with the customers. And mind you, the customers saw that I was in pain. Like, I used to be on the schedule for hours and not complain about anything. But the 1 minute that I said something about maybe like my back hurting a little bit, and, you know, or my feet swelling up too much, it used to be this big talk like, oh, you can't lean over, that's unprofessional. And I used to be like, but my back is hurting. Oh, but that's disrespectful to the customers. The customers see that I'm pregnant. They understand what I'm going through. They sympathize with me. They want me to be at my most comfort. Why is it that you, as my manager, can't see that I'm in pain and can't just let me do my job the way I'm doing it? Because that's the thing. Whether I was in pain, whether I was sick, or whether I was swollen, I never stopped doing my job. I was always selling, I was always cleaning, and I was always moving at a fast pace. And they can never say that I wasn't, because I was getting recognized for the things that I was doing. So that was one thing. Then I remember there was a time where it was like, I don't even remember what was going on. But at this time now, my belly was getting out there. I was showing a lot more. And it was so many people in here because of some event that was going on. It was crowded. It was a lot going on. And, you know, I'm at the register again. And I asked on the walkie, hey, can I step off the register real quick because I have to run to the bathroom. And the thing at that place is when one person is off, they need somebody else to come on because they want the lines to, you know, to get short, which is understandable. Which means that if somebody has to get off the line real quick, I mean off the register, you guys should have somebody that's close by to just put them on real quick. Not at this pink. I'm pregnant. I need to pee. So I'm asking on the walkie, hey, is it okay if I step off real quick? I have to go to the bathroom. Oh, you can't wait this amount of minutes? No, I have to go to the bathroom. Oh, well, we don't have anybody to get on the register right now, so you have to wait. I'm pregnant. I need to pee. And see, the thing about me, I never used my pregnancy as a crutch. Like, I never was like, oh, I'm so pregnant, I need to pee, give me my space because I'm an itch when I'm pregnant and my hormones are going crazy and I'm so moody. No, I was never like that when I was at work. I was always myself. That's all I know how to be, myself. Like, so, you know, them telling me that I had to wait to go to the bathroom, I was like, alright, I'll wait. Whatever. What's a couple minutes, right? Couple minutes went by. I'm looking at the clock, filling my bladder. My baby is now kicking down onto my bladder like, yo, ma, go to the bathroom. Calling on the walkie again. Hello, I gotta go to the bathroom. I still hear them mumbling. You can't go to the bathroom right now, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you know what, whatever. I'm walking off. I walk off the register now to go to the bathroom. And apparently I took longer than expected. I got a little nauseous. What the hell? I'm pregnant. Go to the bathroom. I do whatever I'm doing. I'm not gonna, you know, that's TMI. I come back, somebody else is on my register, which is to be expected because there's a long line. So I'm standing there putting my hand sanitizer on. I'm ready to, you know, get back on my register. My manager calls me to the back. She's like, it's crowded in here, and when there's a crowd, you don't step off the line. I understand that you had to pee, but I explained to you that you need to wait. First of all, this right here, you don't do. The only person that can do this to me is my mother. And my mother doesn't even do that all the time. So what made you think that it was okay for you to do that? Second of all, if I'm telling you that I need to pee, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Just like when I was in school, my mother said, when you're in class and you have to pee, you raise your hand and you let the teacher know that you have to pee. If the teacher says that you can't go to the bathroom, guess what? You go to the bathroom. The teacher can't tell you can't go to the bathroom if you gotta pee. I'm not gonna get a UTI because you don't want me to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry. And I'm not gonna sit here feeling my baby kicking on my bladder and pee on myself because you don't want me to go to the bathroom because your store is crowded. I'm sorry. It's just two things. Like, that's just one thing I really don't care about. Sorry. So I went to the bathroom. When, like I said, I went back there. She's talking to me. She's like, well, you know, now I have to give you a write-up. So I'm like, a write-up? You're giving me a write-up because a pregnant person asked you more than once to go to the bathroom? Say no more. Say no more. Then there was another time I remember I was very, very nauseous at this point. Like, there was no way I was getting up. And I called in. Mind you, I think I had, it wasn't a closing shift. I think I was supposed to come in for like 1 o'clock. I think I may have had like a mid shift. So I was supposed to work from like 1 to 7 or 1 to 9, whatever the case may be. But I called the job and I made sure that I spoke to somebody. And I'm letting her know, like, hey, you know, I'm just really not feeling well today, and I'd rather not waste my time coming in because I've been throwing up. So I think it's best if I try to control what's going on. I'm having these contractions. They were Braxton Hicks, and if you don't know about Braxton Hicks, they're the contractions before the contractions. But anyways, yeah, I'm having these, you know, Braxton Hicks. I'm throwing up. I'm not really feeling well, so I can't come in. What do you mean you can't come in? You're supposed to find somebody else to take your shift. I can't believe you're doing this right now. I'm like, bro, do you want me to come in throwing up everywhere? Or do you want me to handle myself today so that I can come in fresh, malnourished? I think I said that wrong. Well, yeah, refreshed, well-rested for tomorrow's shift. Wouldn't you want me to stay home and feel better? Like, I feel like people just don't think sometimes. And that's what got me so mad, because I'm like, yo, how you not understand what I'm going through when you had like 2, 3, 4, 5 kids your damn self? How could you? As a female, as a mother, like, bro. So she was just like, you know what, all right, don't come in, whatever. So I'm like, all right, whatever, fine, I'm not gonna come in then. I mean, I wasn't coming in anyway, but I just wanted to be professional and let you know what's up, feel me? Then, don't worry guys, story time is almost over. I just had to get this out. There was another time where I had on sneakers. I came in with sneakers, but my feet started to swell up because they had me walking around on the floor. And I asked, can I step to the back really quick so that I could change my shoes? Me going to the back wasn't anything, but it was me coming back out, which was the problem. When I came back out now, I had on regular socks, I had on my slides, and yeah, they were just like, yeah, my feet weren't even done, which was a problem, but they got on me because I didn't have pink socks on. And it was just so funny because I guess I missed a part of a store meeting, I don't know, and my manager was just like, yeah, we have to give you another write-up because you're not wearing pink socks, and we specified if you're gonna wear your slides, you know, if you're gonna wear your socks with your slides, you have to wear pink socks. And I'm like, the funny thing is, who's paying attention to my feet? I figure when people come in, you know, they look at your face so that they can recognize who you are while you're helping them, not my feet. So I ended up having to put my sneakers back on because I wasn't about to embarrass myself walking around without my toes being done. Especially because, let me let you guys know something. Working at that Pink, you had to have limited makeup, your nails had to be done, and you had to look presentable. So if you out there and your toes not done, that's not presentable. So yeah. And lastly guys, I'm gonna leave you with this. Breastfeeding, after I gave birth, I came back to that place knowing what I went through while I was pregnant, but it was a job, and it was a job that I knew that I definitely was going back to. I had to pump because I breastfed my daughter for about 6 to 7 months. That place was not the right place for me to breastfeed. First of all, while you're breastfeeding, there's supposed to be a safe place for you to do that. Luckily, there was a freezer there where I could freeze my breast milk for my child so that she can have food. But nobody cared where I breast pumped. Nobody even really gave me much space to do that. Nobody was sympathetic to the fact that it had to be done on a schedule. They just threw me from room to room and was like, do what you gotta do. Don't spill it. Don't do this. Don't do that. Like, all in all, working at Pink and then, you know, being pregnant and then coming back with these responsibilities now as a mom is not the way to go. So I'm just letting you girls know out there that if you have a job like this, I don't know how it is at any other retail job, but I know for sure that at Pink, this Pink specifically, don't get pregnant. And if you are gonna get pregnant, let them know so that you can, you know, find a new job first and then quit, because it's not worth it. All right. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that this was such a sad story time. It got me mad speaking about it, but I love you guys. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment how you feel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me. My information is going to be down below. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.